Greetings and welcome everyone to Pop News from BatteriesAlsoIncluded.com. And if your cherry hasn't been Pop News yet, then know that my name is David.
And I'm Austin. Yes, the very same Austin from your fantasies.
For this show, I vow to steer away from any jokes regarding homosexuality, penises, and Batman. There goes my cherry.
You know what though? I commend you. I commend your fabulous effort, but it sounds hard. But whatever helps you sleep on a dark night.
Oh my god, that was awful.
To kick things off today is news from video game retailer GameStop. It seems they have stopped taking pre-orders for the Nintendo Wii U console. This is because demand is so darn overwhelming. Who would have thought?
I know, right? The Wii was more or less a swing and a miss for Nintendo. But the outlook for the Wii U is looking rather dandy, with launch titles such as New Super Mario Bros. Wii U, Rayman Legends, and Zombie U. Nintendo could be headed back into the ring to square off against Microsoft and Sony, just in time for them to get to their next generation. And this abundance of pre-order sales is a good sign too.
And GameStop was actually number 2 to cancel pre-orders, following Target.com.
Not bad at all. And speaking of good things about the Wii U, there are many who speculate that the console will support entire GameCube titles for download using Nintendo's online service, WiiWare.
Man, I'd love that. If for no reason but getting to play my favorite GameCube games without digging it out of my bottom of my closet, plugging it in, and popping in the disc.
Well, actually, don't get too excited, because you may still have to do that very thing. Because this rumor comes from quite possibly the vaguest thing Nintendo of America's president, Reggie Fils-Aimé, ever said from a long history of vague remarks. But here's to hoping. Side note, Kotaku.com has a list of their favorite 10 GameCube titles they'd like to see on the Wii U. Among them are Eternal Darkness, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, you know, my friend Echo's all-time favorite Zelda game, and Metroid Prime.
Is Custom Robo on that list?
That's a negative, sir.
I see. I'm gonna need a moment to seethe.
Too bad. You're on the clock. You can sit right there and cry.
Seething and crying are two completely different things.
This doesn't really matter. You look like a toddler doing either one.
Me.
Drew Goddard, the man behind the pretty awesome movies Cabin in the Woods, and one of the men behind Cloverfield, has confessed that there was going to be a Cabin in the Woods themed downloadable content for Left 4 Dead 2.
What? I'm confused now. That sounds amazing. Why didn't that happen?
Long story short, was in the budget. And Valve even let the studio behind the movie use some of their monster ideas in the film. So I guess there's that little Easter egg for you.
Well, I'm even more depressed now. Fortunately for me, they'll be easily remedied by some dang good new releases this week.
Heck yes. So, for DVD releases on Tuesday the 25th, we have DC Animated Studios' Batman: The Dark Knight Returns Part 1, and a little film you probably haven't heard of. You know, it's just an indie thing. Nobody actually went and watched it. You know, titled, let's see. The Avengers?
Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah, I think that was it. So, I'm broke, so I went ahead and sold a kidney to go out and buy these. It tickles. It's on the back side.
Oh. Well, and as for video game news, we have Team Ninja's Dead or Alive 5, and a little game, again, you've probably never heard of this, called World of Warcraft, Mist of Pandaria, I believe. Well,
No,
I too am broke. And since I need a subscription to play WoW, I went ahead and sold my soul rather than my kidney.
Selling your soul to play World of Warcraft? I'm certain everyone else who plays has already done that. I actually feel like it might be a prerequisite to playing that game.
You're right, it really is. Finally today is a report from SlashGear.com that states the idea of a warp drive to travel across the vast expanses of space in a fraction of the time is totally feasible. It's compared to the method made popular by Star Trek in that it would manipulate the forces around the spacecraft, rocketing it in an estimated 10 times light speed.
Yes. And the problem before was finding the substantial amount of energy needed to do just that. Nothing too big. Just a fuel source the size of Jupiter.
Gracious.
I know, right?
It's bigger than my mom.
Some physicists now theorize that the shape of the ship can actually be used to help reduce that amount drastically.
Kind of like the shape of airplanes reduced wind resistance.
Hey, you know what? That's not a bad analogy.
Thanks. I have brain smartness.
Yes, you do. You get a gold star.
Yes!
Now, before we end the show, I want everybody to see us as if we were going 10 times the speed of light. Are you ready?
I think I am. Let me pee my pants.
Sergeant, let's get the warp drive going. Okay, we're good. But that does it for today's edition of Pop News. From the bottom of my soul remaining kidney, I thank you for watching.
Yep. Now remember to check out our Facebook page and our tweeters at 2batteries also. My personal account at rooftop_climber.
And mine at David Barrington. I really think you need to learn how to use quotation marks. Yes, you do, because underscore shouldn't be something quotable. And check out our freshly renamed podcast, Nerdgasm, on batteriesalsoincluded.com. Bye for now. Have a gay schlong Batman day.
You failed.